and run our affairs. In the midst of this, because people, we had accessed the real results of the elections, we did the swearing in. And so now you are the president and the people's president. And people said, let us now take all the portraits of President Kenyatta in all the public buildings in our strongholds, keep them somewhere, touch them, and declare our sovereignty and begin to collect taxes and run our affairs. On the other hand, the supporters of Mr. Kenyatta went and told him, what Mr. Odinga has done is treason. Let's arrest him, charge him with treason, take him to committee, and hang him so that peace comes back to the country. Both ways, Mr. Kenyatta refused, and I also refused. It is under those circumstances that we agreed to meet and to dialogue. And it took a very long time until we basically agreed that Kenya was bigger and more important to both of us. And we agreed that we would work together to ensure that never again will Kenyans go to the ballot and we end up with violence like has been the case before. And that we ensure that the elections are free and fair. And we agreed to shake hands and came up with a memorandum of understanding that was aimed at creating the enabling environment. That is what eventually resulted in what was called the Building Bridges Initiative in our country. So opposition did not collapse, to answer you. We did not go into government, unlike the propaganda being spread by our detractors. We remained very much in opposition. Our party in parliament was doing what is done in this country, what you call Her Majesty's loyal opposition, where you do not just propose for the sake of opposing, but oppose and also offer a constructive alternative as to what you're opposing. This is what has been happening in Kenya. There have been fallacious theories that, oh, you've got opposition in government and government in opposition. Nothing could be further from the truth, because that so-called government in opposition is living in officialdom. The deputy president, when he came to this country and the United States, he spent over $1 million US dollars in taxpayers' money to bring that entourage out here. He's traveling with the government security. Everything is done for him officially. I have to pay my airfare to come here. And with all the people you see who have come here, none of them has been paid for by the government. Unlike him, he traveled with the official government, security, and so on and so forth. So it cannot be an opposition, a government in opposition. I don't know if that kind of term exists anywhere. But finally, Caroline, yes, maternal mortality. This is an issue of serious concern to us. Accompanied here by Madam Charity Ngilu, who has been a Minister for Health and came up with a policy to address this particular issue and other issues of health concerns. That we have said that we are going to improve healthcare generally in the country by ensuring that the facilities are available and closer to the people, and that they are brought up to real international standards, so that you've got facilities which are manned by qualified staff, and the equipment and everything else is available in those centers. So this will help to minimize maternal mortality in the country. the antenatal care and so all these will be provided for through this kind of scheme. And you talked about the safe abortion. As you know, that this was a very contentious issue during the debate of our new constitution. But our constitution provided that in cases where the life of the mother is threatened, then the doctors are actually entitled and allowed to terminate the pregnancy. And just like general maternal mortality rate, this will be done as in the centers that we are intending to provide. We're closer to the people so that we can save life and minimize death through pregnancy. Thank you.
So I'm now going to go for some of our virtual audience, and then we'll have one more round from you here in the hall, and then we'll finish, I think, the way the clock is going. So the first question is one, Honourable Raila, I'm going to read out, which is from Dr. Saleh, and he says that he assumes policy change includes foreign policy. And he's asking, could you please comment on your stance towards democratization and good governance in Africa in light of coups in Sudan, Mali, Burkina Faso and Guinea? And what do you think is the role that the African Union and IGAD should play? He also asks, what's your vision for the East Africa Federation? Which is a question that was asked to Mr. Ruto last week also. So that's one question. A second question is from Madalena. I think we're going to be able to allow her to ask the question live. She's in Rome. Is that correct, Fergus? Are we going to have Madalena?
Yeah.
Yep, Madalena, great. Please introduce yourself, ask your question. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you all.